Janis right here promised me he can tell me about the best war games in the world without boring me.
Yeah.
In this video, Janis is gonna list the 10 best war games out there by his humble opinion. You are the wargaming expert here.
From two of us?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't particularly play.
You've played what, 2 war games? 3 war games?
As I said,
4?
I don't particularly play war games.
I'm already in defensive mode because I thought you said you don't like. Never mind,
I
continue.
also don't like them. Anyways, you're gonna rank them in
Yeah.
order, starting with the 10th place.
I'm going from 10 to 1. Best war games that I have ever played. You should play, and you should play.
I will not. But there's a small twist. We have this Bell of Boredom.
It's gone, and let's get to the 10th place.
Place it down there. I said here. It's the Bell of Boredom. Whenever Janis bores me to death, I will ring it and he has to stop. So, please Janis, do not bore us.
Okay, this is gonna be a tough one. But don't ring it as soon as I break out the box, okay? Just give me...
This is gonna be a very short video. Okay. There's horses there. I'll play.
You like horses? Not a lot of those in my English. Hammer of the Scots. Have you seen Braveheart, the movie?
Yeah.
This is this. Ah, okay. Okay, so far so good. Also, this is already the 3rd edition, so I mean, somebody plays it.
This sticker is boring as hell, so I'm already considering it.
In Hammer of the Scots, one player plays the English, who are trying to put down the rebellion of Scottish, just like in the Braveheart. There actually are those people here, and their resemblance is uncanny. Do you want to see Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Here. Look.
Oh wow.
Right? It's like, what?
One
That,
against one.
Mel, is that you? How are you so small?
Yeah.
But it is a block war game. This is my army. You know that it's there, but you don't know how strong it is. Because the top of it shows how many life it has and how many dice it rolls when it's attacking. And each time it's gonna lose life, it's gonna rotate. It's gonna rotate. And then it's gonna die. On your turn, you just play a card that lets you do certain amount of actions. And those actions are recruiting, moving, attacking, and the goal is to control certain areas. It does have a little bit of random, well, a lot of bit of random, but but it's one of my first block war games, and still I think one of the best that I have played. There's no bell.
No bell?
Oh wait, do you think Nobel Prize, that's how it works?
Yeah.
You're pitching.
People who are not too boring,
I got it now. You're pitching your idea, and if there's no bell,
you get
the
Nobel Award.
oh
You
my
just
God.
got it.
It took me so long.
Are you the first Latvian who has gotten Nobel Prize? I think
So far, yeah, but the video is just starting, so let's stick to them horses. No, wait. What? Why?
Not interested.
But it's number 9th best, not the best looking by far. Do you want to see how it looks?
I know how it looks. It looks bad, dude.
This game is really quick. It's almost an abstract, but each player picks an army. It's asymmetrical. Each army has their unique abilities, and all you're trying to do is eliminate units of the other army, score points, or move your units into the other side of the board. For each area I control on the other side, like a little square, gives me points. And controlling also counts if I'm adjacent to it and you're not. So it's about movement and attacking. It takes only 30 minutes to play a game. And it's really cool. And I've played a ton of it. And it doesn't look like much, does it, right? You wouldn't pick this off the shelf. But if you like games like Summoner Wars, and maybe even Undaunted, then I think you'd like this.
I want to ring the bell, but not for you, for like the looks. I mean, why are all of them so ugly?
Not all, just older.
All of them. I mean, these are the only 2 war games I've seen, so.
Number 8 is going to be Shores of Tripoli! Give it to me! Shores of Tripoli is a 1 versus 1 game where one player plays pirates and the other player plays the United States, and you're trying to kill the pirates by saving gold and the other player trying to steal the gold. We have a review. You can watch it and see how
I think this is the reason why I don't like war games.
Yeah, I kind of feel sad because I like this a lot and you don't like it a lot. Actually, it wasn't a Hangover rating, you just couldn't recommend it.
I think my point was, it's not for me. That's why I wouldn't recommend it, but it's not a bad game. Bonus points, it looks pretty good.
It does look really good. US had ships going through this area, the Barbary coast, and there were a lot of pirates there.
Yeah.
And the pirates kept stealing gold. And US kind of got tired of that. They're like, come on, they gotta stop. So they sent in a fleet to wipe them out. And so either you wipe out the fleet or you steal the gold.
Let's move on.
The next one is, it has horses.
I'm okay with horses. It's not a big selling point. Leave it alone, okay?
Well, I'm grabbing what I can. This is a 2-player block game as well. The Battle of Sekigahara was unique in that way that one side betrayed it and went to the other side during the battle. So the battle starts, you'll have, oh, we have so many men. And why are the men going to the other side? And they just betrayed and went to the other side and they lost. You really want to hide what symbols that you have, because if the other player plays certain cards, they will betray you and go to the other side. And after each battle, you want to move them around so he forgets where they are. But what's really cool about this game is the map. I think it's really beautiful for a wargame map. I know it's not a high standard. It's really pretty. I really like it, and it's functional. Because the basic rules are very simple. You just play some cards, move people around, and then fight, and hopefully nobody betrays you. Okay. Can I have the bell? Can I have the bell? Can I have the bell, please?
You know you have to continue talking about it until I ring the bell.
Yeah, but can I see it? Next game is War of the Ring. Lord of the Rings in the box, right? You have a whole video about how this was your
Spoilers?
Game. Well, a little bit of spoilers. Anyway, one player plays the Shadow, the other player plays the Free People. The Shadow wins if it either corrupts Frodo or gains control of a certain amount of strongholds. And the Free People win if they control a certain amount of strongholds. Good luck with that. Or either they destroy the ring. Each player has a bunch of dice. You roll those dice, and then you can spend those dice as actions to either play cards, or move armies, or recruit armies, or play leaders, and so on and so forth. It's a huge game. It takes, well, actually it takes around, what, 3-4 hours? But
Yeah, 3 hours.
It takes around the same time as this does. And
This one does 3 to 4 hours?
No, it takes less than 3 hours, but it could take up to 3 hours. 3 hours, 1 hour, less than 1 hour, 3 hours.
Not for the game, but for you explaining it.
Thank you. So you've played, what, already 2 war games from this list? Not bad.
One too many.
Next game on the list is going to be Undaunted. That's why the box is so big, because it has 3 games plus an expansion in there. This is a deck builder, 1 versus 1 players, or with the expansion, you can play 2 versus 2, which I think you'd enjoy, and at some point we will play. You're trying to control certain places on the board. And the unique part in this game is that you have your deck and you have your units on the board. And your unit's life are the cards you have. First time the unit is hit, you're gonna remove a card from your hand or from the deck. Next time, you're gonna remove another card, and if you can't remove the card, you're gonna remove the unit. And there's some dice rolling and deck building and playing cards, and it's quite asymmetric as well in some scenarios, and it's great. One last thing.
The bell rang.
It's the most successful.
No.
Next war game. Do you think it's a war game? Well, it says
No,
war,
it's
so
war.
I mean, if it says war, it's a war game. War for Arrakis. Arrakis? Arrakis?
Arrakis.
Arrakis. 1 versus 1 game, or 2 versus 2. And in this game, one player plays Atreides, the other plays Harkonnen and their respective allies, and trying to complete their objectives. Which for one side is getting 10 points, for the other side doing something else. It's very asymmetric. I'd even say it's more asymmetric than War of the Ring. It's much shorter, maybe it's not as epic, but it has great components. It's by the same authors, and it uses the same basic mechanism where you roll a bunch of dice, and now you're gonna, depending on what you roll, you can use those as actions. Or you can just always spend the die to play a card. You can ride sad dwarves, you can blow stuff up. I really liked it. I really want to play more and more of this, so it might climb, might fall. I don't know yet, but...
Good game. Moving on.
Thank you, sir. Is this box gonna hold?
Doesn't look like it.
Number 3. Well, is Twilight Struggle. This is a game about the Cold War. One player plays USSR, the other player plays US, and they're trying to control countries. There's a lot of negotiation on if this is a war game, but there's a lot of cards that are Cold War, and it says the Cold War, so it's a war game. And I've played a ton. I think from all this list, this is the 3rd most played game I've played.
So next one, Wonderland's War. It's in the name. It's in the name.
You're being silly right now. 2nd best war game I've ever played is Combat Commander. This one's really hard to pitch. First of all, you probably don't like the cover, right?
No, I could draw that.
No, you couldn't. Do it. Let's welcome the new board game cover artist, Janis T. While he's drawing, please consider supporting us and supporting his art class, because I'm gonna need one. Becoming our Patreon or YouTube member, or commenting or liking any of these will help this channel keep going, because we really want to keep going. What the hell's that?
See?
No, you said... Please support our channel. It's a 1 versus 1 game, where one player plays the Germans, and the other player plays either US or Russians. And the unique part is the deck. So everything you do is with the deck. You need to roll a die, you look at the top card of the deck. You need to see a random hex, you look at the card. You need an event, it's on the card. Everything's on the cards. And just this one deck does everything you would normally do. Let's draw an event deck, let's look at this, let's roll a die, everything's on deck. And what it creates is a very cinematic like experience. You'll play an action, you do a person running, then you have to open the event, and it turns out there's mines, they keep blowing up, but he made it to the house, and it's one of the most cinematic experiences I've had playing games in general, not just war games. Sadly, for people like you who are gamers, didn't need to go on the offense. Everybody knows who watches this channel probably what's the first one.
We all know.
I'm just gonna put it so everybody knows where it stands. Do you think this is the ugliest cover from all these games?
Yeah, by far, and that's not a high bar.
Anyway, Here I Stand is pretty much so 6-player only, diplomatic war game. Each player plays an asymmetric power. You play either the papacy, or you play Protestants, or you play English, French, or Ottomans, or I missed somebody else, Spain, right? There's Spain. Stop it! I'm just gonna wait until you pay attention. And you're trying to score a certain amount of victory points for an automatic victory, or there are other ways you can win. There's just a lot of negotiation. You're always in everybody else's face. It's like hegemony, except on steroids, and with way, way, way more random. But it's one of the best rule books.
Did you print it out yourself, or?
No. This is a default setup. What? Yes, it has words.
Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Now you know the top 10 the best war games out there.
Wow, very funny, very mature, mister.
One of them is really good. I'm kidding. I think great picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Jans, for the list. You did good.
Thank you.
I thought I'm gonna ring the bell much more. So good job.
What are your top 10 war games if you have played any?
You know what's the worst part?
I will have to film B-rolls for all of these now.